Hello there, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Barb Ryder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States, in Michigan, and I have a great project, like a beginner, intermediate, and then an experienced, I guess, stamper. But anyway, I wanted to share these projects with you. I just thought they were a great idea. So we are going to use a stamp set, and as I'm recording this, it is still March of 2023. We have not received our retirement list yet. However, the annual catalog will be changing over come May 2nd. So I wanted to use some of my favorite stamp sets because I don't know what's leaving us and what's staying, but you can use any sentiment set with this, what I'm going to show you. So the one I'm using is called Peaceful Moments, and you have all types of sentiments in here. Birthday, sympathy, thank you, happiness, congratulations, thinking of you, all of these. Great, great stamp set if you don't have it. So this will be what we're using for stamping, and the rest of it is just going to be a card layout. Okay, so I already have what I'm going to use. Oh, no, I don't. I don't have what I'm going to use on the blocks yet. Okay, we're going to put that right here. And I'm also featuring the Regency Park 6x6 designer paper. This is currently in the annual catalog. And again, all the papers that are in the annual catalog will be leaving us once the retirement list comes out, because what they do is they come out with all new designer papers with some of the new colors, as there's going to be a color refresh, all kinds of fun things here. This is an awesome package of designer paper. So 6x6, I believe it is a $12 cost. Now, also, I understand that prices are all going to go up in the new catalog too. So, if you're watching this in March, you want to take advantage of the current prices in the annual catalog for things that you really have on your wish list that you haven't purchased yet. And everything can be purchased right there on my website. You can purchase them right there. All right, so, excuse me. So we're going to start with the easiest design, okay? And every card is going to be basically similar, the same, but we're going to do it a little bit different. So, let me grab my ruler here, and we have 8.5 by 5.5, folded in half or scored at 4 1/4. And then I have these pieces from the designer paper and balmy blue and basic white. I couldn't think there for a second. So, and this is for our sentiment. All right, so this is the easiest card. So if you're a beginner stamper, you have not stamped before, and you only have stamps, ink, and paper, this is what you can do. This is the first idea. Now, as a new stamper, if you are a new stamper, some basic things you're going to need is adhesive, scissors, trimmer, and you need scrap paper for when you stamp off of your paper, and I also think that this silicone mat is a basic that you need in your stamper kit, because adhesives don't stick to it. That way you don't have your paper or wherever you're working get sticky everywhere. All right, so what else do we have? We have designer paper, and this is 1.5 by 4. This is going to layer onto this piece, which is 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. Then I have a piece of designer paper that is 2 by 3.5. And I have a piece of basic white, which is 3 3/4 by 5. And then this will be layered onto the balmy blue, which is 5 1/4 by 4. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to layer the white piece. So you just take your adhesive and you make sure that you've got some on all 4 sides. This is going to layer onto the balmy blue, making sure that you leave a little bit around the edges. Okay, so you can see the blue. And then this piece right here is going to get mounted onto, let me see here, what do we have there? That looks kind of pretty. Well, we're going to use this side because I've done the blue with everything, and we're going to be using the Night of Navy ink pad, so that'll all coordinate really well. Okay, so this just goes right here. Okay. All right, so that's the layering that we're going to do. So the next thing is we're going to do stamp our image, and so for this one, this piece right here is just a scrap piece of white. Honestly, it's 1 inch, and we're not going to use this whole length, I don't think. Let's see, maybe we will. Maybe we will. I'm going to use Life is Better with a Friend Like You, which is this really long one here. And then I didn't tell you, but you will need blocks in order to do your stamping. So here we go. And like I said, we're going to use Night of Navy. That's going to coordinate with all 3 of these projects. So this particular one we're doing right here, this is a very basic layout. Making sure I have this inked up well. And this actually might be a little bigger than what I need, so I'm going to just stamp it here. Okay, now when you're stamping, I got that a little bit crooked, didn't I? So let me see. I was just going to see if I had a smaller strip here somewhere. 1 second, let me grab a smaller strip. A skinnier strip, that's what I mean. And let's see if that will work. All right, let's ink this up again. And I'm going to come in here and kind of get close so I can, here we go. Oh, that's much better. See there? Okay, that's what we need. All right. Now, the great thing about this sentiment set called Peaceful Moments, it has sentiments that could go on the inside and on the front of the card. So, all right, so let's put that here out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and just use my paper snips and trim off right here. There we go. And we're going to use that and put our card together. So this particular card is just a very basic layout when you only have stamps, ink, and paper. Okay? None of the fancy tools yet. Let's say you're just starting out and you haven't gotten the cut and emboss machine or a bunch of dies or punches or things to that effect. This is a great way. By using designer paper and cardstock, stamps and ink, you can really do some fun stuff. All right, so then this layer I'm going to put here, but before I put that down, I want this kind of underneath here. So let's go for that. And let's put this like right in the middle of our card. Now let's come right over to here. We'll come right over to the edge there. Okay? Okay. There we go. And then this will go right on top. And see how these colors just coordinate perfectly? You've got your petal pink and your balmy blue. All of it is very, very nice together. So this is just going to layer right here. And then last but not least, if you don't have dimensionals, you could lay this down flat. But dimensionals are one of the things I would say you're going to need too. That's one of the things I would add to my shopping list right away is dimensionals. So let me grab some. And I'm just using up a half a sheet here that I use all the edges. Okay. There we go. That's already cut. Okay. So let's grab a couple of these to put on the back of our sentiment. Okay. Now, if you've been stamping a long time, This card may be like, oh my gosh, this is just too boring for me. But if you're a new stamper, this is fabulous, right? This is what you need. Just like that. And you're ready to send that card out. Okay? So there is the easiest card right there with this layout. So let's go to the next one. Let's say you're ready, that you've purchased some dies and or punches, and you've got the die cut machine. Okay, we're going to go to the next card. Everything is going to be the same, except I've used my stylish shaped dies and I've done a circle. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and again, everything is the same. We're just going to put this together, layer it just like I did the first card. Okay, and then let's grab this. The white is going to go onto the balmy blue, just like we did in the first card. And then we're ready to put this down. Okay, now that just seems too busy for me, so we're going to stick with the same. We're going to keep those polka dots on here. Now, you could do the layout exactly the same if you wanted to, and you could even switch it up. So I think I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to go this way, same size piece of paper, okay? We're going to do this, and then this is going to go right on top of that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and stamp this, and then we're going to add this, our sentiment, and add this onto the front. So, what should we do on this one? Let's do thinking of you with all my heart, or wishing you every happiness this special day. I don't know. That's why I didn't put them out. I didn't have them ready yet because I wasn't sure what I wanted. How about wishing you happiness on this special day? Let's go for that, okay? All right, let me grab another block here. And where are all my big blocks? Okay, that should work. And again, we're going to be using the Night of Navy. We are going to step this up, okay? We're going to step this up a little bit because now you have the die cut machine added and some dies. All right? And everything else was the same, but let's go ahead and stamp this right in the middle there. Looks like I need to re-ink my navy pad. It's getting a little dry. And one of the things that I do as I am going through my stamping is I like to clean my stamps. This is another basic thing that you need in your basic stamper kit. This is the chamois. This is the easiest route to go. And I have it in one of our stamp cases that we do sell in a package. I believe 4 comes in a package. But this fits this chamois perfect. And all I'm doing is wiping that ink right off onto the chamois. And you just wet it. That's all you do on here. Now we do have a conditioner spray and a different cleaner pad to kind of scrub them a little better, but that is also in the main catalog. All right. I find the chamois the fastest and easiest for me. So let's go ahead and this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay this down flat again. And the reason I'm doing this flat is because we're going to add some embellishments onto this card by adding some gems. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop it up, and using my pieces here, just like that. And then this will go right here. Now you could put it more here or on the, I'm going to go like this, kind of right there. And then we're going to add the next level, which are some iridescent pastel gems, and there's blues and iridescent and some coral in here, which any of them would go. But I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the iridescent. And this is another basic tool I have in my stamper kit. It is the Take Your Pick tool, which has the pokey, I call this the pokey tool, and you can pick up your gems that way. You also have a palette, kind of a palette knife in there that is also on this end, and then the other end has putty, and this is what I use to pick up my gems. And so let's go ahead, we're going to grab one of the big ones, and I'm going to go ahead and put one here, and then there are smaller ones, so let's grab a small one, and let's just kind of go there, and then let's go ahead and grab another small one, and let's put it right in the center of this flower here. Okay, and then we've got ourselves a nice little triangle, bringing our eye out to the whole thing, and then you've got some sparkle on the flower itself. Okay, so there's the kind of next level stepped up. Alright, I'm going to be using those again in a minute. So, let's go back. There's card 1 and card 2. Alright, so card 3, we're really going to use a bunch of stuff. Okay, same exact layout. All I've done, okay, that's what we just used. I've added one of the 3D embossing folders. That is one of the online exclusives right now. It comes in a package of 3, and it's $30 or $10 a piece, just like that's what they are individually in the catalog, most of them. But yeah, it's a $30 package, and this is a nice, it's very bumpy. You've got one side to me that looks like golf balls on this side, and this side reminds me of the old-fashioned chenille kind of bedspreads. But there is, we have used our cut and emboss machine, we've used a 3D embossing folder just to add a little extra on this card. So there's what we have. Okay, now let's go ahead, we've got our layers to put together, and again this is going to go right onto here, and the measurements for everything was at the beginning. I measured everything out. Everything is exactly the same, we're just using it a little differently. Alright, so this one, how about if we, let's put this down first. Let's put this one down first. Maybe a little extra because this is bumpy, a little extra adhesive. So let's do that. Let's go with that right there. Now let's put this piece on top. And let's do it kind of in the middle. See how the dots kind of go pick up with the other polka dots there? I thought that was kind of cool. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to stamp our next sentiment, and let's go ahead and these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. Wishing you every happiness. That's the one I just did. How about let's just do a happy birthday. I thought there was a thank you in here. There is a thank you. Hello, Barb. Okay, I'm going to do thank you. I always need thank you cards. Okay, let's grab another block. Good thing I have lots of blocks. And here we are with the navy. Let's ink this up. I'm hoping I do need to re-ink my navy pad. Okay, so we're going to take this thank you, and we are going to stamp it towards the top. Okay, clean this navy off here real quick. And we are going to add another element of ribbon. this ribbon, it comes in a double package. It comes with red and then this kind of crumb cake stitched ribbon, which is pretty nice. And we're going to use this, and we're going to create a bow. And I'm just going to tie this. And it's really a nice, soft, easy to work with ribbon, to be honest, this one. And I just want to get it the right size. So yeah, I pull it and shape it a few times just to get what I want. Okay, there we go, just like that. All right, and then you take your scissors and cut that at an angle. And this side, these aren't my ribbon scissors, and I should, there we go, I got it. Okay. I don't know if this is what I want or not. Let's see, this is going to go here. Not exactly what I was going for. So, guess what? We can change our mind. How about, let's do a zigzag on here. Kind of like this. Okay, add that. And then maybe the bow will be all right. Maybe the bow's too small. I don't know. How about we're going to just turn this over because that does not go with what I really thought I was doing there. So let's go ahead and use a bigger sentiment, and thinking of you with all my heart. Is that this one? Whoa. All right. Thinking of you with all my heart. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to do something, this zigzag technique that I really like, using my ribbon to do this technique. All right, so let's do this, and we'll go ahead and we're going to use the ribbon, and we're going to use the gems. So we're going to add them all. We're going to use the whole shebang on this card, right? Now the only thing, now this is a die, it is the stylish shaped dies, but we have so many stamp sets that have coordinating dies with the images, and so that's an option, you know, anytime that you're doing, thinking about getting a stamp set, you always want to get it in the bundle if it comes that way, because then you'll have the punch or the dies to go with the stamp set to use it together, which coordinate together so well. You also get a 10% discount when you purchase them that way. All right, so what am I doing? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put adhesive on the back of here, because I'm just going to bring this up here. Okay, so it's like right there, and then kind of loop it down here, and then loop it up here, and then come back down, just like that. Kind of give us that zigzaggy look. And let me get some scissors that will cut nicely there. All right, see, that's a big difference in what I wanted. Okay, so now no one ever knows that I made a mistake, right? So let's take the dimensionals, and let's go ahead and put one there, and kind of placing them so that they are covering up the kind of sticking on the paper and on the ribbon, to kind of hold that ribbon on there too. So there's that, and let me get one more down here. There we go. All right. So this is the really stepped up version, okay? All right. So there we are. We're going to kind of do that right there. Perfect. And then now we're ready to add this to our main card base, just like this. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is let's add some gems. Now this one, I might go ahead with, and see, these coordinate so nice even with this ribbon, the iridescent, but I think I'm going to do the blue ones on this one. Kind of like that blue. So let's grab, I'm going to take one here. Let's take a blue one right there, another blue one kind of up here. I actually think I'm going to come over here with the blue. I'm going to grab another large one and kind of fill up this space right here. And there's 4. So let's do 5 just so that we have an odd number. And let's grab another small one. Trying to think, where should that go? Maybe we don't need another one. I think we'll just stick with the 4. All right, so same basic layout, just using all different more products, and that is like a beginner to next level, and then to someone that has like, okay, yep, I really want to do this. I'm going to sign up as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and get all these great things because Barb showed me all this cool stuff, right? So there is the stepped up version, the lots of things. So you have embossing folders, you have dies, you have ribbon, you have embellishments, you have designer paper, all of that. Then the second one, really using the same things, except I just added the die and the gems. And then the very first one is just stamps, ink, and paper. Okay, so you have designer paper, then the next level, and then the next level. Nothing super big fancy. I just seen another demonstrator share how they took the layouts and did 3 different projects, and I just wanted to share that too. So I hope that you enjoyed the little presentation. Excuse my voice, I'm getting over being sick with this after a couple weeks. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you will decide to check out my website right up here, and sorry, the wrong way, there you go. All the great things that you can purchase, and especially before the current catalog retires, you'll want to grab up some of those great things that are available. All right, thanks for stopping by. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe and the bell so you'll get notifications every time I upload. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.